Hello, I am Archivist Zarin. Welcome to my study. And today, we're playing more WoW. Now, as the title would suggest, I'm hoping to do another Gnomer run today. But I've not been having much luck. I for like the last 5 minutes I've been trying to find a Gnomer group, which, to be fair, isn't a long time. But I'm at the point where I'm considering just making my own group and inviting people for that. Because, you know, if there's just no one out there who's already made a group and is looking for members, then that wouldn't, you know, it doesn't help to continually be saying healer looking for group, because there's no groups out there. So, let's see. Yeah, and the chat is blocked because I'm looking at look for group right now. And I should probably actually set look for group to also accept whispers. Just so if somebody whispers me, I'll know. So let's see. But yes, in the meantime, yeah, I'm trying to kind of multitask a lot, like looking out for stitches while running, while looking at chat. There's a lot going on. Okay, let's attempt healer look for group Gnomer. Let's attempt that one last time. If nobody invites us, then we'll start doing the looking for members and just make our own Gnomer group. Because yeah, it's certainly one of those groups that, or it's one of those dungeons that nobody is wanting to be doing, or at least very few people compared to other dungeons. But you know, you can't really avoid it. I mean, Gnomer has some of the best loot for this level. It's one of the best dungeons for leveling at this level. It's just great. Okay, I've seen some people, like some DPS, looking for Gnomer, but I have not seen anybody having a group for it. So we're gonna do look for member tank and DPS board Gnomer. I keep glancing up, being like, Stitches isn't there? Okay. No Stitches? Okay. Just every few seconds. I'm certainly not good at putting groups together. I'm definitely much better at joining groups. Okay. I just need to press enter. That's that.
No, please don't kill me. It's just me. Jitters, they're everywhere. I can't escape them. Monsters in Ravenhill, and oh, couldn't be. Only harmless jitters.
Okay, I might have people for it. I'm not certain. We're just gonna start inviting people. And let me see. Remember 2 DPS number. So let's see. It's taking a lot more brain power to, you know, think through all this stuff, and I was hoping I could kill stuff in the background while recruiting people to the group. But it's tough to do multiple things at once. Hey, the old history. Isn't that a bit rare? I got off the first enemy I killed in the graveyard. It's pretty nice. Okay, and he wants me to pass lead to him so he can invite somebody he knows. Hopefully, I think he said it was a DPS. Okay, so we got 2 mages and a priest. So I assume Shadow Priest because he came in as he said stuff as DPS. Let's see. So now back to looking for group. Remember tank or Gnomer. Gnomer? No. Yeah. And then let's see. Finding the tank is sadly the by far hardest portion of it, though. So let's keep attempting though. We might need to do what another old history book. Oh, it's probably because I haven't accepted this, so he keeps trying to give me more of them. So let's see, are they? They're all spread about. All right, yeah, the DPS. There's a lot of DPS that want to do Gnomer apparently, but not nearly enough tanks. I wish that I could just have this, like, can I copy paste in here? Especially because this graveyard's kind of a horrible place to be going like half AFK trying to type in chat, because Morlatum just walks around this area and he would utterly destroy me if he ended up pulling. So yeah, they were suggesting in the party chat that maybe we just wait for world buffs and try to 4-man it, I think. Luckily, all these skeletons are easy enough. You know, so I don't need to have my full concentration on them, even though that's still dangerous no matter what. But it's like I'm trying to talk in the stream, and type in chat, and watch chat, and kill enemies. I'm a multitasking genius. Unless I die, then I have multitasked very poorly. Yeah, they were. Yeah, I think I already said that they were suggesting doing like the world buff and then trying to 4-man it. But I mean, 2 mages, 2 priests. That's Actually, I guess because the priests could pull a ton of enemies, and then the mages could just absolutely AoE them down. Let's see, can I just copy? I think I can. But as I said, we got all the DPS very readily. So that is a good sign. But at a certain point here, I'll need to start, like, directly whispering some warriors and stuff like that to see if I can't find us a tank. You know, because not everyone's looking at look for group chat. You need to sometimes get a bit intrusive and be like, hey, buddy, you wanna do Gnomer again? Then 99% of them will probably say, heck no, that place is scary. Because they have common sense, unlike me. So let us see. We can do, I guess, zone and type in warrior. Does that work? Yeah, that's also all the warriors by level. I think we can also filter through this by level, like 30 to 35. Does that work? Yes, it does. Oh, there's already people in Gnomer. Interesting. Okay, well, let's start at the higher level ones, see if there's any that look promising. I mean, we probably want somebody who's a bit closer. You know, like Dunmoreau. But I can't really tell, unless they're already in Gnomer, it's hard to tell if they're in a group already for the same dungeon. But, let's throw another one of these in look for group chat, hope to get some bites. perhaps? Or I guess we only need a single bite, because we just need the one tank and then we're good. So let's see. Alright, we got our skeleton fingers that I was only half paying attention to. Let's there's one guy in Dunmoreau. Multiple Dunmoreau. In the Iron Forge. Oh.
How generous.
Let's see. Still need more fiends. We got a health stone here. Keep throwing that copy paste in the look for group chat. Hope to get a whisper. And I'm still trying to work up the social, like work through the social anxiety of directly messaging someone asking if they want to do Gnomer again. But it's one of those things you just gotta do. One of those things no one likes to do, but you gotta do it sometimes. This guy's been in Iron Forge for a while, but that might mean that they're AFK, which wouldn't help anyone. Let's whisper this guy. Of course, as I said, anyone who's in Dunmoreau or Iron Forge, there's a chance they're already in a Gnomer group. So that would be awkward if I'm like, hey, you want to do Gnomer? They're like, oh, I'm already in a group. That would be very awkward. But we gotta put it out there. He said he just did it, so I assume that means he just finished a run with Gnomer. Which I'm assuming means that they're not interested in doing it again. Perhaps. They'd probably mention it if they'd be down for that. Okay, so that's that one. Let's keep putting it in the chat. Just keep killing these skeletons. Okay, let's broaden our search. Yeah, you can be in Stranglethorn in mid-30s. I guess you can. I don't know, I just always think of Stranglethorn as like a 40s location, but it covers a very wide range. Let's see. There's one in Duskwood. And I suppose I could also broaden my search to paladins and druids, but warriors are just kind of the preferable, I think. Okay, and we'll put it in the looking for group again. Okay, the other people in the party say they're not in a rush, which is good, because it might take a minute. Okay, I'm gonna pull this guy back, just in case more Latham decides to come patrolling through. Now, you know what sucks is that from Gnomer, I'm kind of wanting the cloth hat, and I just realized that the entire group so far is all clothies. Like 100%. So I would have literally 3 other people to compete with to get that hat. But that's fine. I mainly also want to do it for the quests that are left, like getting the radioactive fallout and using the grime encrusted ring, and this one I just need to go to Booty Bay, which I haven't gotten around to yet. But you know, eventually they'll have to answer. There has to be some tank out there that wants to do Gnomer, or at least that can be convinced to do Gnomer. So let's see. There's some more in Duskwood. Oh great, grave robbers. Yeah, my multi-target killing potential is not very high on this character. So let's see. Who are we gonna bother today? People in Stormwind are probably busy or AFK. Well, I guess they'd be the opposite of busy. Most likely AFK. I don't know. I'm trying to look for like tanking sounding names. I mean, this guy has tank top. That could be referring to them being a tanking warrior. Quite hard to tell though, just from the name and nothing else. Yeah, I feel like what am I thinking of? Like one of those Mormon guys that go door to door. You know, because I just keep going into people's chat and just being like, have you heard the good word of making your thermoplug? Here is the book of thermoplug. Except, I guess, if you're an evangelist for thermoplug, you'd think you wouldn't be on a mission to kill him. But, you know, same difference. Hey, someone else is looking for a Gnomer gun tank. I was here first. Get off my turf. Alright, well that's all the horrors we need. You know, maybe we should get that rogue from last time. Because they were as good a tank as the tank was. I don't know how the heck they did it, but... I don't need more horrors. Get away from me. I need fiends. All back to the old grind. Let's see. This guy's in Duskwood. That's where I am. See, we have kinship. There's rapport there. If only I could, like, send out a... If only I could send out, like, a mass text out to everybody. Just every warrior in the level range. Just send a single message to every single one. That would be efficient. Let's see, Ghoul Fangs. We don't need the Ghoul Fangs until we start the Ghoul Kill quest, I don't think. Mm-hmm. Okay. We'll go back, try another in look for group, but there's just
Well met.
the text
These
in look for
supplies will be
group
most
just goes
useful.
so
The aid
fast.
of the Karevan family is always appreciated. Here is a little something for your trouble. I
Alright,
used
so
to
this
work
is the
on
Wolves
farms to the
quest.
southeast until dark
Yeah, we have
riders
enough
from Deadwind Pass
quest
descended
spots
upon
here.
my farm
There's the
and
Weathered
slaughtered my family
Grave.
when I was
Isn't that?
away. When I returned,
Okay,
I
yeah,
saw
that's
a shadowy
just the
figure
start of it.
skulking near my barn, burying something. He fled before I could catch him, and Sven and I...
Hey, Kingsblood. It's weird looking up at anything other than the chat box at this point. I've just been staring at it for so long. I'm starting to see why people like spam their message 5 or 6 times in the look for group chat. Because that's like the only way to make it visible among the dozens of other people spamming their stuff in chat. Okay, it says Briarthorn right here. I don't know how sensitive the World of Warcraft like spam prevention system is, so I'm hesitant to say it like any more than once a minute or so. Because I'm pretty sure if you spam something in chat, it'll eventually like silence you. There's no wolves over here. I guess someone already killed all of them. Duskwood is dangerous. But it has so many quests. It's kind of an important area. You can't just skip it.
Elaine Karevan? Yeah, of course, the caravans. No, nothing's wrong.
Oh,
but
and he
it
has
is
another one?
hard for me to go into town now. The roads are dangerous, and I'm not getting any younger. Maybe you can do an old man some favors? Oh, what is a poor old man to do? I need some supplies from Darkshire, but the village is so far away, and I am so old and feeble, I would never make the trip. Can you go to Darkshire and bring me back some ghost hair thread? You can get it from Madame Ava at her home on the Darkshire Square.
I love how he says that so, like, casually. Like, yeah, I just need some ghost hair thread. Like it's like a loaf of bread or something. I could technically also do Scarlet Monastery graveyard and library stuff, but at the same time, I'm already invested in getting a Gnomer group, so kinda need to stick with that. Even if there are no bites. Yeah, and I don't know if the method of sending direct messages to people is gonna work out. I mean, it works every so often, and it's kind of a last-ditch effort to try to find someone, but I think I'd have better luck if I went and started spamming it not only in the look for group chat, but also the like trade chat of the city. Because I've seen a lot of people recruiting in city trade chat, which is kind of weird, but because that's you're certainly not trading when you're hiring someone for a dungeon group. But I suppose whatever you have to do to get someone to notice you and come tank your dungeon, that's what you gotta do. Burning step? Are they like flying over burning steps? I'm fairly certain, like 90% sure, that burning steps is not a level 35 zone. You know? That was a needle. Those are all on the other continent. I don't think I'd want to pull them all the way back over here. Okay, so let's go for, well, I did put 30 to 35. Do you think 30 is even high enough to tank it? Oh, I guess there's a level 31 in there. Level 32. Because, you know, Wetlands is a good place. Because that means that they're not close enough to Gnomer that they're currently in a group doing Gnomer. But at the same time, they're, you know, they're close enough that they wouldn't be doing it, but also far enough that, you know what I'm saying. They're there, not much travel time. So Wetlands is a good idea. They're both 30. They're right, the buffs are in 15 minutes. I gotta step up my game if we're wanting to get a tank before the buffs drop, which might not happen. Tanks are just so hard to come by sometimes. That's usually why I don't make my own groups and just join others, because then they have to find the tank and I can just wait. Okay, I changed up the message a bit. Hopefully that will make it more eye-catching for the prospective tank. But that doesn't really help if there isn't any tanks out there waiting to do that. I should probably just stop with this. I don't think I'm gonna find anyone. But certainly, 2 mages, 2 priests would be possible with the amount of hiding that is necessary, you know? You just kite them around eternally while the priests keep everyone alive. I mean, with world buffs, that would definitely make up for the final person. Yeah, because I think there's 1 world buff in Stormwind and 1 in Booty Bay. Oh, Booty Bay is at 250, and the Stormwind one is at 252. Interesting. Which is, you know, doable because I have my Hearthstone to Stormwind, so if I go to Booty Bay, I can be at Stormwind by 252 pretty comfortably. I guess not 5th DPS, but 4th? Need a warrior? Or paladin, that is true. There was... What was that one guy? I think I would recognize the name, possibly. I don't know, I think he was 32, but I can't recognize any of the names in the 32 category, and it's way too far up in the chat now for me to go look at it, which is unfortunate. Let's... Let's just keep putting in chat. We gotta... We don't need rabid ones. We need starving ones. Still trying to find a tank. I can't go back and find the guy earlier that wanted to DPS as a paladin. Okay, we're gonna head back to... Does Booty Bay get a trade chat? I don't think it does, because it doesn't count as a major city. It would have to be in Stormwind. Just keep putting it out there. I could try to message more people. But I think... Yeah, there's other people in chat looking for Gnomer groups, but only for DPS, which means they already have a tank. Which probably means that they're already a tank. You know, because if you're a tank, then it's very easy to put a group together, because you can find all the other roles really easily. Oh, and we're nowhere near the road. And we have... Turn in something down here. 3 in town. Keep throwing out the looking for group stuff. It's a good thing that I figured out that I could just copy paste that. Or else I'd be doing a lot more typing right now. Okay, we're gonna... I want somebody who actually wants to be a tank, but they were also saying that we could just go for any, like, warrior or paladin, and that would be probably fine. Oh, but they're almost dead. That's not good. Oh, okay, they're recovering. That's fine. Okay, so I think we just need a warrior or paladin. It doesn't really matter what spec they are, I guess. We just need somebody a bit tankier. Oh, I need to remember to make sure Stitches isn't in the town before I run in there. Okay, it's almost time.
Light be with you. Safe
No, not
travels.
the totem. We need
Ghost hair
supplies.
thread is what you need, is it? I'm afraid I have none in stock, but I can make some for you, if you can supply the ghost hair. There is a poor, sad spirit, Blind Mary, who haunts an old farmhouse in the hills south of Darkshire. Here, take this spectral comb and ask Blind Mary to comb her hair. Then bring back the comb and I will glean from it the ghost hair I'll need for the thread. And take care, for dark things now lurk near that house. The people
Hunter.
of Darkshire thank you.
I mean, a hunter's
adventurer.
kind
You have
of
proven yourself
tanky,
to be a great ally of the Night Watch.
but not nearly
The
enough. I don't
situation
think.
in Ravenhill is still grim. The safety of Darkshire is in your hands, adventurer. I don't have enough watchers to keep the town safe. We need
Morgan Lattimore.
Hey there. Morgan Lattimore? Never heard of... Oh, from what...
Okay, we're gonna
Where would you like to fly to?
head down to Booty Bay
See you
to
around.
hopefully catch that in 3 minutes. Yeesh. I might be cutting it a bit close. Mm-hmm. Yeah, still no bites. Somehow. How is it this hard? How is it so hard just to find a simple tank? I don't know, it also seems like time really flew there, because I was thinking, man, we'll totally get a tank before that, like before 250, but doesn't seem like it's happening. I hope I land in time. I think I will. Oh hey, and since I'm here, I can actually turn in my quest. Where is that? It's hard to see through all the other stuff going on. Let's see, it's not in here. It's... Man, there's a lot of people waiting for the buff. Jeez. This is the first time I've ever been here for said buff. Where the heck is this guy? Let's see, it's Scooty. Where's that? Oh, it's you. He's outside the whole
Hello,
time.
adventurer. I am Master Engineer Scooty.
Ooh.
I suppose you should be
8
rewarded for
I'll take
bringing
that.
Carnaby back to us in...
Oh yeah, and I have my Hearthstone back to Stormwind, so I don't need to worry about all these portals and everything. I'll just do it myself. Alright, so this all sell. We need that, I think. Yeesh. Alright, well then, time for Hearthstone. Just keep spamming it. Hey, look, a money. I'll take that. Alright, well, that's one world buff. Ooh, that's pretty good, actually. No bites. Even still. You know, it kind of sucks, because if I was in, like, a big guild or something, it would probably be a bit easier to find people. Oh, it's a constant stream of people walking into the middle of this. What the heck? How the heck does this attract so many people here every time? See, I'm not seeing anybody responding to the Gnomer again. Jeez. Some lightning going off. I don't think that's the right lightning. Oh, we can also go to trade chat. Which is a bit slower than look for group. Is the buff gone yet? No. Oh, there we go. Whoa. That's pretty good stuff. Just keep throwing out those looking for tanks. Hey, my war paint gloves sold on the auction house. That's very nice. Also, my game might be crashing. That's nice. Because there's too many people. There's way too many people. Jeez. You know, it's funny because in Ashram's Call, you would have already, like... It has a system where it teleports people out if there's too many people in one location. But I guess WoW just kind of tries to deal with it. I don't know. Oh. Interesting. Is that the lag or is that It might have just been the lag. Huh. Okay. I might be horde only. He's asking if he can teleport into Gnomer from Booty Bay, or if that's only a horde thing. I assume it's a horde thing because, you know, they can't really get to Dunmoreau very easily at all, so that's kind of the secondary horde entrance. But we got one. It only took a cool hour to find a tank. That's, you know, that's a new record, if you ask me. But finally, my eyes hurt from just staring at chat and, like, scanning every single line looking for the keyword Gnomeragon and tank. Okay. But we did it. We have a group, we have world buffs, which is just nice, you know. That'll make the run easy. Plus, I mean, 2 priests, 2 mages, and a warrior is kind of... it's kind of overpowered. Like, mages are the best AoE damage, priests are the best healers, and warriors the best tank, as far as I know. So that's... Okay, we're gonna need to stop by a vendor. Good, and probably the bank. So we have this, this, and this to put in the bank, along with all this stuff. Man, I did a lot while I was completely zoned out. Alright, we already have that. Spider silk probably going in the bank. Normal silk probably going in the bank. Light leather. Yeah, so all this is going in the bank, all this is going to the vendor. Huh. Now, we just need to do the easy part, which is do the dungeon. Okay, vendor, bank, dungeon. Okay, I can also probably turn this off after the first hour of the stream has had that on constantly. We can now actually turn it off. Let's see, position. Is there a vendor in here?
What can I get for you today?
Oh, wait, that's all the sold stuff. How do people get the flying I assume that's like an add-on that gives you a estimated time. But okay, so this guy's here, obviously. This guy's here. Those two are here. The only person we haven't heard from is Fire Mage. Oh, but Fire Mage is coming in. Yeah.
What's on your mind?
Just throw all this in the bank
Safe travel.
and get going. Alright, the gang's all here. Now we just need to run to the dungeon. And then not die, of course. It's a pretty big part of finishing the dungeon. But I do think all of us... this guy didn't get the Stormwind buff. I don't know about him. I can't see the buffs on him, but 3 out of 4 of the other people for sure have at least 1 world buff, and I have both world buffs. So this should be, in theory, a very easy dungeon. You know? Took a long time to get the group together, but it'll be worth it. And actually, it was super advantageous that I was able to go into trade chat during the world buffs dropping, because then you have like half the server sitting in that one city, and everyone gets to see the trade chat. So if anyone's interested, they'd be there. So that was advantageous, probably, as was evidenced by me not getting a single person saying they wanted to tank in like 40 minutes of being in look for group, and then 5 minutes of being in the trade chat, and I all of a sudden get one. Which could just be coincidence, but I kind of doubt it. And everyone's just in a line from the back of Ironforge straight to the dungeon. I'll be the first one there. And actually, the warrior is pretty dang tanky, because with my fortitude, if he doesn't have fortitude right now, which doesn't look like he does, with that'll be like an extra 200 health. So they'll have 2k health, which is really quite tanky for this level, at the very least. Jeez, 160 iron ore. That is a lot. They're probably making bank. Or they're actually using it to make items, but I don't know. If it was me, I'd be making bank off that. You know, at some point, I really should just run around and do a lot of herbalism dedicatedly. Because, yeah, I could probably make a lot of money if I ran around like a Arathi. Because they have Wild Steel Bloom, and they've got, I think, Purple Lotus out there as well, and Goldthorn. So that would be very lucrative. Alright, let's see. So we need this for the slime, the irradiated slimes. And actually, running around gathering herbs as a priest is pretty easy, because as long as things are your level or below, you can just Psychic Scream. So like you get 2 enemies on you while you're trying to get to a plant, you just Psychic Scream, grab the plant, and run. And, you know, generally they don't resist. Sometimes they do. And they're making water real quickly. How like do they have that much mana for it? I mean, unless it's... No, that's a high level water. Jeez.
Much appreciated.
I kind of wish that I was going to be doing a lot more dungeons today, because 80 spring water, I could do like 3 or 4 dungeons with that. Alright, so they already have better powered fortitude. Man, our water supplies runneth over. I really wish that conjured water didn't disappear when you log out. Because I could just save this stuff up and never have to worry about buying water ever again. Conjured pumpernickel. Interesting. I don't think I've ever had pumpernickel in real life. You know, I'm more of a cheese connoisseur than a bread connoisseur. I think that's bread. Most of the, you know, made stuff is bread of some kind, you know, muffins, that kind of stuff. Bro, I threw like 5 auto shots with my wand, and he just uses one spell, just one fire blast, and does the same amount of damage. And it's the difference between a healer and a DPS. DPS do DPS. I know, it's shocking. Alright, so he's the last one to get here. His armor actually looks pretty cool. Let's see. He's coming. He's almost here. You know, the issue that I have with the accent marks is that, I mean, there's a lot of languages that use them, but I've never really learned what sound any of them makes. So it's like, I end up reading something and being like, I know that you say that differently, but I have no idea what it means. So that's, I really need to go about learning that at some point, because up until now I've never gotten around to it. Alright, he's almost here. Man, these are the 2nd deadliest in all of Dunmoreau. And the 20th deadliest in Azeroth? Who the heck is dying en masse to leper gnomes? I mean, they can be kind of scary if they completely swarm you, but I don't know about that. It sounds a little weird to me that so many people are just falling to leper gnomes. Ah, here he comes, Odysseus. General sent to fight in my army. Alright, well, we are here. Now, I did hire on the priest as a DPS. I do hope that he knows he's DPS and not healer. Okay, he's doing shadow stuff. Oh yeah, that's true. There was the punch card on that guy. I don't need it though. We have so much AoE. Ow. This is gonna be great. Ow. I do wonder what kind of quests all these guys have. You know, but now I'll feel even worse if anyone dies, because I was actually like specifically the one that brought them all in here. I mean, it's bad enough if someone dies while I'm supposed to be healing, but man, we're speeding through this. I mean, the early, like, outside section of Gnomer isn't all that difficult either way. But I feel like we got a very good group here. Yeah, and I don't need the punch card. I already did that. They do have the punch card, right? I sure hope so. If they have that quest. I hope they actually picked one of those up. Come on, why is he using mind, mind blast? That's a very high threat thing, yeah. It says right there, but causes a high amount of threat. It's probably not smart to be a DPS priest using that. What do I know? I mean, I'm no DPS, so... Does anyone have? I don't know if anyone needs TechBot, but he is certainly over here. And that's the day after. Oh right, that's just to get the Karanos quest. Sadly, I'm already on the second part of that quest, so I couldn't share it if I wanted to. Lag, huh? How long does that take? Jeez. Alright. I need to remember that I moved my decursive up to right above the heal bot. Because of course I did. Because having it way over here was, you know, a whole mess. Because, you know, I'd be healing over here and then just like, oh, I need to uncurse someone and go over here to do that and then back over here. It's a long distance, you know? Oh, I think they were just talking to the other dude that was leaving. Are they leaving? No, okay. But it's good that we finished all the other quests, so anybody that needs those as well, I won't be taking up all their stuff. Oh, it increases crit chance. That's very nice. Okay, I was gonna say our healing number's not popping up, but it was just delayed for a second. Because I've had that happen sometimes, where it'll just stop displaying healing and damage numbers. Mainly healing numbers. I think it just sometimes resets back to the default preset, which doesn't have healing numbers showing up on screen, which is BS. Should always have the healing numbers. Man, 51 to 52 healing per renew tick, that is real good. Oh yeah, I got my first level of spiritual guidance earlier. So now I get extra 5% of my spirit turns into healing power and all that. Let's see, they're running back here and then there. That's gonna take a minute. Oh yeah, I also need to do the grime encrusted ring, which apparently 3 people are already on. Okay, well he said to keep going, so I guess we're continuing on. Alright, so we got 3 inside. 1 I think is still outside. And then another one is way back at Kronos. The group is getting all spread out again. Oh, there they are. Why are you a furball? Which one of these is even doing that? Oh, there. I don't know how the heck you do that. So now we wait even more. Just continue keeping everyone's buffs up, so I don't need to redo them halfway through the dungeon. Although I still will, because this isn't a 30-minute dungeon, but still, it'll make it last a bit longer, and we're not doing much anyway. Interesting how they have a like interacting with items animation, because I don't think you would normally see that if, you know, they're just an enemy model. I wonder if they added that specifically for this furball transformation thingamawhat's-it. So we got plenty of grime encrusted objects. I still don't know if it's at all worth it to actually unencrust those. Because I think sometimes you can get a good gem or two, but sometimes it's not at all worth it, and it costs like a few silver every time you do it. So unless you get a few silver back, it's like, what was the point? You're just losing money on it. Although I guess this server does have such a good economy going right now that some of those gems might actually sell for quite a lot. Like, I think it was Moss Agate was selling for like, what was it, 30 silver or something? That'd pay for 10 of those, so if they could be Moss Agate, then that would be very nice. I can actually look up what can World Classic Grime Encrust Gem. What can these be exactly? What is the chance? Okay. So it can contain rough stone, smooth pebbles, coarse stone, copper ore, tin ore, malachite, heavy stone, silver ore, coal, iron ore, lead ore, shadow gem. Interesting. So half of what it can drop is just absolute junk, and nobody needs it. But then it can be a moss agate. It could be a lesser moonstone, which moonstones don't sell for nearly as much as the agate does, but that's fine. And of course it can drop an and an iridescent pearl, which actually I'm betting those would sell pretty well. Even though the first level of pearl are a dime a dozen, but iridescent ones, they're a bit higher level, a bit more rare. Yeah, I guess it's probably worth it to, you know, even though the moss agate's only a 2% chance out of it, that is kind of puny. The biggest percentage is of it being a rough stone with an 11% chance. But I've got 14 of them. The chance that one of them is going to be a 2% chance is pretty high, right? Well, let's see. If I had 10 of them, then the chance that one of them would be a 2% chance. I don't know. I don't even know if that's how percentages work. I've never been very good at percentages. Okay, are we actually doing the side boss? That would be nice. Because we didn't do that one last time. I think because they were afraid people would just run into the caves and die. Which, I mean, it is a fair worry, seeing as how a lot of people are none too bright in this game. And they'll just run, they'll be like, ooh, shiny, and run straight into the cave and get destroyed. There's another grime encrusted object. I do think with how much moss agate sells for, the 2% chance would indeed be worth it. Plus, I think there's some, like, quest items. Alright, are we all here again? 3, 4... Yeah. I think. 4. Where's our 5th one? Oh, he went and grabbed the irradiated Trog stuff and then left again to go and turn it in. That's smart. I mean, that's one way to do it. Also, is it just me, or does this tunnel kind of look like a wacky wavy inflatable arm flailing tube man? Because I don't know, it kind of looks like a wacky wavy inflatable arm flailing tube man to me. Is it this one first, or I think it's this one first, right? Or is it random? No, it's this one first. Or it's random, and I just, my memory happened to be right. Or she's setting the explosives. Yes, it is definitely one of the biggest downsides of having an underground city, because things can just kind of tunnel straight into you, which would kind of be unfortunate. Yeah, silk cloth. That was worth it. think, yeah, he's back inside the dungeon somewhere, but out of range. Yeah, I'm getting way back. Nice. That's one half of this sequence done. I did not hear something. I don't know what you mean. Couldn't be this precarious pile of rocks with a clear tunnel behind it. Oh no. You know, you can't just keep blowing up the caves. You know, at a certain point I think you need to like fill them in instead of just blowing it up, because that'll cause some instability on the surface, wouldn't it? Eventually, if you just keep blowing stuff up like that. Not bad shoulder pads. Oh, he's going for the box of assorted parts. You know, these guys keep getting lower and lower health, which is kind of concerning, but they're doing their thing. They told us to go on ahead. Man, they killed Chomper real quick. Interesting. I don't know how that works. To be fair, I haven't played Shadow Priest in a very, very, very long time. So, I don't know, it just seemed like they were somehow spreading healing to the rest of the group. Well, a very small amount of healing as they were doing damage, which I don't know how that works exactly. Let's see. Healing. Vampiric Embrace. What is that? Oh, let's set it back to damage. It's good to know. Vampiric Embrace. That's what that is. Let's see. Vampiric. Improve Vampiric Embrace. Okay. So that's just an ability you get. I wonder if I'll get that. That's a lot of enemies. What does a radiator do? Not bad. But definitely something I'll want to be dispelling whenever possible. Man, that Arcane Explosion does a lot of damage. So where does this go? So now if you go down, you reach the other place. I don't remember where this upper platform leads us to. Yeah, we're really cruising through this place. Like, very few areas are actually giving us trouble, and that's only when we pull like twice as many as you're normally supposed to there. But yeah, certainly if that helmet drops, I will have a lot of competition. I think everyone here probably wants it. But, I mean, competition doesn't change much, you just need a good roll. It's all in the luck of the draw. Watch, it's gonna drop and I'm gonna get like a 1. Just get the absolute lowest roll you could possibly get. That sounds about like my luck, honestly. I wonder if his guild only invites dwarves. It makes sense. Hey, a brown sack. A 10 slot bag, that's pretty nice. It's gonna sell decently. I wonder if he has a macro to select the dude. Oh boy. There's a few enemies. You know, it's interesting because... Oh, the guy's not in here. I guess he was just saying we should go in there to kill the enemies. But it's interesting because mages are simultaneously one of the hardest and one of the easiest classes to heal for. I don't know how that works. It's like if it's a good mage, they'll have a bunch of... They'll have a bunch of damage negation and ways to stop enemies from hitting them and all that. So a good mage that is doing it like really efficiently is super easy to heal for. But then if the mage isn't using all their abilities perfectly, it ends up being very hard too, because they pull a lot of aggro and they're not very tanky. So if they end up, if they end up taking a lot of damage, it's hard to actually heal them before they die, because they can get bursted down real easily. But most of the mages that I've played with thus far haven't been an issue. I think the only one that I've seen that was a problem was way back in Dead Mines. Can I do slash target? Okay, where is that? Where is he? I have him targeted. That's not exactly telling me where he is. Yeah, I can't see him. I wish that I could ping him on the map, but I don't know exactly where he is just based on that. They're all taken.
This may come as a shock to you, but business hasn't been all that good as of late.
Oh, really? That is shocking. I can't believe it. Why did they only put 3 in here? There's 5 people in a party. Oh, you can get multiple of them. Yeah, that's nice. Well, what am I gonna get? 10. 10. Somehow I got 10 twice. That's actually pretty lucky. I'm already on this quest. Where? I think it's like a specific one you need to go to that lets you complete. And that's just the regular one. Is it this one? Grime encrusted ring. A shadow gem. See, that's profit right there. Everything else, other than like moss agate, the quest items, and the shadow gem, you lose money. But it's fine. And of course, I got the grime encrusted ring one done, which is very nice. Because that's an extra quest to do, which I think gets you some really good stuff if you put the effort into it. I think you need like silver bars and stuff like that. Which I don't know how worth it is, especially since I already have the Seal of Rin, which is pretty much better than any low-level ring you can get. Except for maybe like super specialized rings, I don't know. Yeah, it's a chest. It's not a goblin, but we'll take it. Oh, we're pulling everything. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Why pull one when you can pull them all and AoE them down? Oh, I got 77. I finally won something. Nice. So let's see, where's General Kernobi? It must be up here. I mean, we've checked like everywhere else. Can I see into this room without pulling everything? Because, you know, I'm low enough level that I can't really sneak by here. So yeah, he's definitely here because I can slash target him, but I don't know which room he's in. Yeah. Oh, they can put the skull on him. Does that help? Oh, here he is. Yeah, that does help. Yeah, it's like I was able to select him, but I never even thought, hey, we should put a skull on him. Yeah, I think you need someone who hasn't done the quest yet to talk to him. He's just lying on the little gnome bed. These are big beds for gnomes. Okay, we're leaving. Once again, this thing always just makes me nervous. I don't know what it does. 'Cause it walks up to the guy a lot, but it never blows up, as far as I have seen. Maybe it's on a timer? I just need to hope that that timer never, you know, finishes. That would kind of suck. We just doing all the sparkle-o-matic ones. Rough stone. Rough stone. Sad. That is definitely money lost. It's like a gotcha, you know? It's the loot box that you pay the 3 silver for. Although, in this case, you at least get some of your money back with the item that you get, whereas in a gacha game, you're just spending real money for something that doesn't actually give you any real life money back. But, you know, that's fine. It just keeps teleporting all over the place. I seriously thought for a second he was gonna fly right off the edge. Which would kind of suck because I don't know when mages get slow fall, and I think if you fall in most of the areas down there, you die. You know, like jump onto one of the gears or something. Oh, of course they do have blink. So yeah, I think like that, if you use blink correctly, it'll negate fall damage. Although blink can also kind of screw you over. I've had situations, like back in the day when my brother and I were both leveling mages together. We had a situation where we were in Loch Moden by the big ogre mound. And we were just blinking around, doing our thing. And at a certain point, we ended up blinking under the ground. Because part of the ogre mound had its own like piece of ground connected to it, but because of the way it was slid into the hillside, part of that ground was underneath the regular ground. So the blink, it can have some really weird interactions sometimes. You need to do that while it's alive. Yeah. Oh man. Oh good. I got it. Even though the one that I was, you know, using it on was dead, but that's fine. Well, and those are the same ones I have. Still nice though. Danger, do not ingest. You don't say. You have more corrosive ooze? There we go. Too much ooze. Hey, but the fire mage got the boots. That's good. Best in slot until 60. I don't think they're good, but they're not that good. What does this do? Physical damage dealt is reduced. Yeah. I always keep forgetting if it's left click or right click for certain afflictions. Because yeah, I think it's left click for magic, right click for disease. Either that or it's the opposite. Well, hopefully these guys all get their artificials. Because, you know, I hear they're essential. Hey, scroll of protection too. I hope that sells for as much as the Scroll of Spirit 2 did earlier. Yeah, every time I look at something, I'm like, ooh, that has a lot of intellect and spirit. It always ends up being leather. You know, I should really look at that first, but I never learned. Oh, we're going down there, huh? Risky move. But we have world buffs, so really, I don't think any of this is a very risky move at this point. Yeah, you see how often I'm critting? It's kind of insane. Those are like perfectly synced up. That's nice. Now, I've always wondered, the mechanized sentries, they look exactly like the leper gnomes, but it almost seems like they're, you know, because they have a leper gnome on them, it looks like, but at the same time it says they're mechanized, and I don't think that they get affected like poison and stuff. Yeah, they're like counted entirely as mechanical. So is that like a fake gnome? Did they build the sentry, and instead of just making it that, they had to put a fake gnome on top of it? I don't know. It's kind of weird to me. Man, that multi-shot hurts. Let's see. We're out here. Yeah, depending on the pull, I only need to heal like once or twice. Which is very nice. And the rest of the time I can just sit there and wand. Also kind of weird that me just spamming wand is doing about as much damage as the DPS specialized priest. Maybe they're just not good with groups. All that AoE. It's so very nice. Yeah, I was about to say, good thing we don't have any gnomes in the group, or else I would almost feel like they're dying every time the death sound of the gnome happens for one of the enemies. But it turns out we do indeed have a gnome, and he is dying. That's fun. Why is it just running back and forth like just go back around? Yeah, there you go. That's smart, teleporting over there because they can't path around it very easily. Alright, so we want to get the Electrocutioner Lugnut, or whatever it's called, from this upcoming boss. If that can drop, we will be quite happy. Of course, there's no guarantee I'll get it, because, I mean, a caster item dropping in a group with 4 casters is not exactly a guaranteed acquisition on my part, but it's fine. As long as it drops at all and we get the chance for it, I'll be happy. We're getting the bot too. Nice. Yeah, some good AoE right there. Because, yeah, there was this guy's ring, and then the hat from the final boss, both of which I very much want. And I would want the boots that dropped earlier, but I already have them, so not really necessary. It sucks that I got so much water, but I've not really needed to drink any of it, because I don't need to heal very much yet. What was this? Oh, the workshop key. Right. I remember how in retail they have like parachutes over here, and you can just parachute down after that boss. The Peacekeeper isn't following the tank, that's for sure. Oh, we're jumping. Doing the jumps. Where the heck is he going? I've never seen this route. Okay, yeah, I've only ever dropped down to that pathway down there. Oh, don't like that. Don't like that at all. Cause like for a second there, my brain was like, you're gonna fall out of the world and die. But luckily there was a barrier there, or I would be dead. And that would be the dumbest way to go. It's just, oh, I jumped on a pillar in Gnomer, and it fell through the ground. Like, how would I ever explain it? How would I live that down? I don't know. Ah, that crit chance. It's very nice. Especially because, like, my crits give the tank extra armor. So it's very, very, very nice that I get all those crits all the time. Alright, we're almost to the end, I think. And I think this weekend is the one time that I actually feel like I have something to be doing over the weekend when I'm not streaming. Because usually I'm like almost dreading Sunday because it's like, what the heck am I gonna do all day if I can't stream? But I think this is one of those rare occasions that I actually know what I do. That is a lot of nullifiers. Okay, he's walking away. Hug left all caps. Indeed. I agree heftily. Because yeah, if we don't hug left, that might be a wipe. Oh, great. He's on us. There's a whole lot of stuff going on. Like, the tank followed this thing up here. The mage stayed down there fighting the Dark Iron Dwarf. Yeah, I don't think you can make that jump. I think I need to jump over here to get back up. Which is sad. Because yeah, this is one of the best areas to be if things go wrong. Because they need to run all the way back and around. And that gives you plenty of time to Hearthstone. Oh, there's an intruder here, apparently. Yeah. I think specifically like feral druids the crowd pummeler mace was best in slot for a while. Oh, 1,266 damage execute. That is hefty. Now these are also mechanical, but they clearly have a living gnome inside of them. So then that just brings up the question of, is the Mechanostrider at all biological? Or the mechanized sentry, as it were. Because there's a mechanical part and a gnome-looking part, just like these guys. I don't know, we may never know. Although since the gnome doesn't like fall off and die or anything, I guess it's safe to assume that it's not a real gnome. It's a mechanome. Good old flash heal. I wish I could use it more because it's so mana inefficient, but does so much healing in such a short amount of time. It's like time efficient, not mana efficient. You kind of need to be both in certain different situations. Yeah, I'm not sure what the data access card is for. Oh, engineers. Gimme. Okay. Oh, we got like 3 different answers.
Warning, warning, intruder alert, intruder alert.
All right. Yeah, we could have opened this up last time. Yeah, what about the crowd pummeler? The reason we came down here. Thought there was a boss somewhere. Yeah, that's that's why we came down here, my guy. He's like, oh yes, let's go get the crowd pummeler, and then just walks right past the crowd pummeler. I mean, it's like, it's funny because he seems super knowledgeable about the dungeon. Like, he knows where everything is. It just seems like he hasn't done the dungeon in like a year, so he doesn't quite remember. Or it's the other way around, where he doesn't know the dungeon at all and he's just working off memory from the last time he did it recently. That's probably it. I'm kind of both. I mean, I've done this dungeon a million times, and additionally, I've done it recently. So, I know the route through here like the back of my hand. And luckily, I also know all the reset spots. Because I know that if something goes wrong here, which probably can't, I mean, what could really go wrong with just a singular boss? But if something were to go wrong, then over by the elevator, if you wait for the elevator to be up and you run across it and jump, you can get over to like this area and you get on top of something there. And then that's a reset spot. So if things go wrong, go for the elevator. I mean, worst case scenario, you just ride the elevator up and down. Another chest. Aww. I rolled a 3. That is just depressing. Oh, there's an enemy. And then... yeah, I'll just wait for the next one. Better safe than almost dead. But yeah, you see here, if you run across here, you can jump on this pipe right there. And that's a reset.
Warning, warning, intruder alert, intruder alert.
Yeah, we're good. I killed it. I probably should have used an actual ability to kill it, but I killed it. I keep trying to check my map, because I'm used to retail where they have dungeon maps. But back in Classic, they don't have dungeon maps. You just kind of need to go off of what you can see and what the minimap does. Oh gosh. Yeah, this pull is scary. The 4 Dark Iron Dwarves. Now that is true. He can run around as a ghost and talk to people if he dies. Okay. So is this polymorph, kill first, kill second? They're just like, you know what? We don't need any of that. We're just gonna AoE him down. And you know what? I have to say it's not a bad strategy. And I think, unless the mines are resistant to AoE damage, which they might be. But if they're not, then there'd be no mines to deal with all these blizzards going on. Mages are so overpowered. I picked up another grime encrusted ring. Yeah, I've already completed that. I don't need this. Get out of here. Yeah, and I think up here is a reset spot because they can't walk up. So that they just cannot path to you no matter what. I guess this is like a super reset spot because you're just, you know, up above everything. Never in line of sight. Oh, but there's loot up there. It's nothing. I'm gonna say it's nothing. It's probably just the grime encrusted ring again. Which is funny, because sometimes you do a whole run and you don't find one of them, but I think we found 2. Yeah, it's just the grime encrusted ring. Yeah, certainly the mage pulling aggro is a bad thing for them being up there. Because then the enemies start evading, I think, because they can't reach you. I'm usually up there as the healer, just because I usually don't pull aggro, you know? As a healer, you don't always pull very much aggro. Well, as a mage, evidently, very much do. Man, these bombs are scary. Alright, 3 nullifiers? Yeesh. I mean, as long as I stay well enough away from them, we should be alright. No, don't bring them over here. I gotta cleanse his own Shadow Word Pain off of him. Now, you can only put 1 Shadow Word Pain on a target, but does that count for it being reflected? Like, could you put your own Shadow Word Pain on yourself multiple times? Because technically, each individual Shadow Word Pain is being put on the enemy who doesn't have them, and it's reflected onto you. Although, honestly, it probably would just refresh the duration instead of stacking. But it'd be kind of terrifying if you're trying to multi-dot and you get that put on you. And you just get like 5 Shadow Word Pains all at once. Two bronze tubes. I want bronze tubes. You need a bronze tube for the Look to the Stars quest in Duskwood. Not that it's absolutely necessary you do that, especially because I've just been doing a lot of dungeons. I could probably skip the quest rather easily, but... Oh no. Okay, it's just the one. Yeah, because anytime you hear an aggro noise from that canyon in there, it's usually bad news. Okay then, so he's pulling all of this and just challenging Shout, burst everything down. Shouldn't be too hard. You know, just a couple blizzards and they'll take out all the little guys. And then we're just left with the 2 big ones. I assume we're killing this guy first. After little guys. Because he kind of sucks. Oh no, I can't be next to this guy. You know, I've been avoiding getting improved renew because I know for raiding you're not supposed to have renew, but I don't know. I always use renew in dungeons and I think it's very useful. So let's, how much is it? 15% more renew? Yeah, I guess it's only the one spell, so Yeah, I mean, last time it wasn't an issue at all with the bombs.
Gnomer gun is mine!
Don't be bringing that stuff towards me. Bro, you need to go turn off the bombs. Not just run into the bombs.
My machines are the future! They'll destroy you all!
Apparently his machines are the future.
Explosions! More explosions! I gotta have more explosions!
So charged gear of strength, that's pretty good. Not for me, but pretty good. Nice. Yeesh. So that was it. And the dungeon took more than an hour, so my Hearthstone's back. See, it all works out, I'm sure. Now we just need to turn in the Fallout in Keranos and the ring in Ironforge. More money. I just sent another 10 gold over to my mule, so that's about 30 gold in total on my mule. I think at the rate I'm going, so long as I don't slow down significantly, I'll be able to get my mount at level 40. Especially because everything I do is more and more valuable the higher level I go. Because every item I find, all the herbs I pick, all of it just goes up in value as I level. So I should be able to get the last like 60 gold pretty easily in the next 10 levels. One can hope. And even if not, I can just run around Arathi for a while and pick all the Steel Bloom and Gold Thorn that I'll ever need. And that's a pretty easy way of getting money. Alright, well, while I run back over to Ironforge in Keranos and all that, I should probably end the stream, because I'll just be, you know, turning in stuff and then ending the stream anyways. So, why just have the stream going for all this senseless running? I'm not sure. So yeah, well, that's it. That's the stream. We did Gnomer. I mean, honestly, we almost had as much of the stream getting a group for Gnomer as we did actually doing Gnomer. So that was a harrowing journey if ever I'd seen one. But I'm just very happy that it did end up working. We ended up getting our group, and the dungeon went really smoothly, like no issues whatsoever. So yeah, that is it for today. I'll see you guys on Monday. Goodbye, I suppose.